Protector's Enclave needs your help.
Hero of Neverwinter. I received word from Harper Tessa, one of our allies in Thay. He was part of an infiltration team that snuck in while we were dealing with Valindra and the Dreadrig. Been keeping tabs, laying low, sending word when they can, but these days we barely hear from them. Until today. Harper Tessa's last message to us bodes ill. Tam is up to something. Something big. What exactly that is, we don't know. The good news is our Harper friend has identified the presence of a resistance within Thay itself. If we can establish a connection with this resistance, form an alliance, perhaps we can uncover what Zastam's plans are and thwart them. Harper Tessa's left coordinates for a rendezvous at a place known as Pyrodo's Copse. You'd best hurry. Zastam must not be allowed to succeed.
what the fortune teller was talking about. Your fighting skills are impressive. Only I had my bow, I could help you! I should have seen this coming! Greetings and well met. Oh, my Timora. I thought I was done for. The name's Tessa at your service. Just give me a moment. I need to catch my breath. Whew. Damn it all. These roads have never been what you'd call safe. But that felt like an ambush. I owe you one. Or a dozen. Ah, it's you, of course. Nox sent you. Excellent. Yes, that's the plan, if you're up for it. I'll need to sneak you in. No portals, no magic. Faye is warded against that now, especially the cities. If you try, someone's going to see or sense you coming. Yes, I know. I was there, at the Dread Ring. Valindra, forgetting to lock the door, made infiltrating a whole lot easier. While you fought her, the rest of us snuck in. That portal's gone now. You'll not find anything like it around here, to my knowledge. We're heading to Tyraturos, and our only real option is to go right through the front gates. It's the last thing they'd expect. Ready when you are. Hop in the back. There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas. Phew, I can finally stretch my legs. Apologies for the uncomfortable ride. Seems there were more potholes this time around than before. Zombies don't make for fast work. Anyway, welcome to Thay. The somber atmosphere, smell of rock, and copper tinge on the winds will grow on you. Eventually. Oh, and you'll be meeting this. It's a shard of an artifact, and acts as a powerful amulet of illusion. This will help conceal your true identity. You'll be treated like any other regular Thayan civilian. But it only works when we're both within the city walls, because I carry the rest of it.
Hero, I've been keeping an ear out, and I think I've discovered something. Faye is no stranger to blood sports. No surprise there. But in Tyrannosaurus alone, there are at least 5 arenas open to the public. You've no doubt seen some of them. This one, however, is more exclusive. It's called the Slaughterhouse, and it's somewhat unique, and invitation only. I've heard creatures from all over Faerun have appeared there as fresh meat. I suspect portals, but we want to be sure. It could prove useful. The problem is, the Resistance has had a hard time trying to get in to investigate this arena due to its exclusivity. The only way in is if you become a gladiator yourself. This means you'll have to participate in the games. I don't particularly like the idea of throwing someone to the wolves, but knowing what you've endured, I think you'll be fine. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to go to the Slaughterhouse, enter a fight, survive it, and see if you spot anything interesting, anything at all. Good luck.
The slaughterhouse hungers for more blood. Can you hear it growl? You? Really? You don't look like a gladiator. But there is something about you. Something in your eyes. All right, why not? It's the worst that can happen, besides total and utter dismemberment. Fresh blood. If you want to qualify as a proper slaughterhouse gladiator, all you need to do is survive one fight. After that, you can come back anytime you like, as often as you like. And if you wind up getting killed, well, you'll make a good-looking zombie for the next hapless hope. The slaughterhouse. She thirsts for blood. Good luck, fresh blood. Stain the walls red.
Nice one, breather. Next time, it won't be so kind. The slaughterhouse hungers for more blood. Can you hear it growl? Is that all? Oh, I like you. That was just the first round, fresh blood. We've got plenty more where that came from. You see the others here? They can go again and again and again. 10, 20, 30 rounds if they want. Think you can top that? The longer you last, the better the winnings. Each round gets tougher. The pot grows sweeter. You'll want to come prepared if you're up for the challenge. And she loves a challenge, the slaughterhouse. Of course, I'd be lying if I said there's no limit to how much you can earn. There's a cap on everything these days. But don't worry, it's a high payout. You can hear her whisper, can't you? The slaughterhouse is always hungry.
Slum dwellers. Turn them all, I say.
There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas.
Well, did you find anything interesting? So they do portal the opponents in. My suspicions were right. And the arena master spoke like the slaughterhouse was alive? Could just be her trying to scare you. But if I've learned anything about they, it's that things are not always as they seem. Good. It looks like a slaughterhouse representative is set up here at the bazaar, recruiting fresh blood. The knacker they call it. Go see what they have to say. And in the meantime, I'll keep my ears to the ground and let you know if I uncover anything of interest.
You've spilled enough blood for today, but the arena still hungers should you crave the carnage. So you've had your first taste of the slaughterhouse, and you want more. Of course you do. All right, meat puppet. I'm more than happy to send you back in. Just let me know when you're ready. The slaughterhouse calls. Go prove your worth!
First things first, to uncover what Zastan is up to, we need the help of the local resistance. They know the ins and outs, and they have manpower. However, the resistance won't just come out of the woodwork and welcome us with open arms. We'll need to draw them out, let them know we're on their side. The best way to do that is to show the people we're trying to help, somehow. So how about this? We keep an ear out and see what plights plague the people. The marketplace is rife with gossip. I'm sure you'll overhear something useful.
He wasn't a bum. He was a scoundrel with a loot. There's a difference. I've been at these for 20 years. I know the difference between an infection and undead necrosis. I heard a disgraced red wizard selling divination spells for cheap. Pathetic.
Any vegetables? I can't stomach meat right now. They were burning bodies next to my house.
nothing impressive. It's just that the fish I bought last week had a crumpled note in its gob.
Just be careful what you say around here, or you'll be marked for sowing dissent. Keep your head down.
I think we've done everything I can think of. Keep an eye out, though. There's bound to be trouble about. Depressing, isn't it? And not much to go on. But we gotta start somewhere. There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas. Doesn't seem like we've done enough to garner the attention of the Resistance yet. We'll need to keep at it. And I've got just the task for you. Locals have been going missing. That's unfortunately considered normal here, especially in the lower city. They eventually come back as indentured servants or undead, part of Thay's manual labor force. How about we try to find the kidnapped and bring them back safely before any of that happens, huh? While you were eavesdropping around the market, I overheard some guards talking about how the undead and demon populations have grown difficult to manage. And the people are suffering for it. This is what happens when binding magic goes wrong. It's one thing to raise something up. It's another matter altogether to control it. You'll need to hunt down the stray undeads running loose. Try not to be too flashy with your methods. We want to draw attention to what we do, not necessarily how we do it.
Perform and obey.
I think we've done everything I can think of. Keep an eye out, though. There's bound to be trouble about. They were being used as ritual sacrifices? I should have known. At least you stopped whatever the ritualists were up to, and reunited some families. Somehow, I don't think this will last forever. There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas. That should be enough to ease people's fears for the time being, at least. And hopefully catch the eye of a resistance member. Mind you, those things tend to come back. So don't be surprised if you see the streets overrun again. It's like weeding, only far more dangerous, of course. Seems the folks you rescued have already started talking, saying you're one of the few good ones left in this damn place. I managed to acquire some information. There's an inn that caters to those of meager means. It turns out they've got a makeshift infirmary operating in the back. The innkeeper is an altruist. Try inquiring about medicine. You might be able to help in some way.
Every day this city reeks of blood and rot. But it's home. And people here need me. An altercation with a shambling mound. There's an infestation up in the mountains. I told these people to stay away from that place. If you're here for tinctures, I'm afraid you're bang out of luck. I got my hands full with fools who don't listen. My supplies are low. Your options are purchasing them from the apothecaries, or wait for the red wizards to deal with the infestation. And that could take a while. Can you help? You do look capable. And the apothecaries are upcharging. All right, why not? Up in the mountains there's a place called Lost Gardens. There you'll find herbs and flowers I can use to restock my medicine. The shambling mounds will prove dangerous, but if you can kill them, harvest what you can from their corpses, you'll get a better yield from them than from what you'll find growing. I've not got much to offer in exchange, but if we can figure something out when you get back.
It's not a safe place.
blood and rot, but it's home. People here need me. You're back, and you've got what I asked for. I was beginning to think I sent some poor soul off to their end. Glad I trusted my instincts. Give me some time, and I'll scrounge up something to give you as thanks. I owe you a debt.
We've done everything I can think of. Keep an eye out, though. There's bound to be trouble about. Shambling mounds infesting the mountains? Oh, that's news to me. Didn't know the land was verdant enough to produce them. But what do I know about that stuff? What I do know is this. That innkeeper is bound to spread word now. We're getting closer to meeting the resistance. I can feel it. There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas. Some of this indentured servants retreat need passage out of the city. The problem is, trying to leave is a lot harder than it looks. The gates are strictly monitored, and my documents to get you in were for entry only. We don't have time for any of that. We'll have to do this the old-fashioned way and cause a distraction. Here, I've marked on your map the rendezvous, a place the locals call Overlook.
We're not supposed to be here. We're from Priador, students studying basic conjuring. Please, you need to get us out of here. People need to know that citizens like me are being kidnapped and sacrificed. No one is safe anymore. If you create a big enough distraction, all of us can get out together.
Here's my key.
I think we've done everything I can think of. Keep an eye out, though. There's bound to be trouble about. If even students from the other Tharches are being snatched, then who knows if anyone is safe? Are the nobles and red wizards off limits? That's deeply concerning. I don't like it. I really don't like it. There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas. I've read somewhere that people used to deface public property as a sign of protest. We should do that. Really show our anger toward the Red Wizards and Faye's current stifling regime. Considering how desolate and oppressive the environment is, how about we give it a splash of color? And flowers. Yes, flowers. I heard rumors that flowers have some sort of connection to the resistance. A sign of life and resilience amongst all this death. Sounds like you had some fun with that. Really adds to the charm if you install voodoo on it. And the locals are already talking about what you've done. Some of them are not quite happy with our choice of art, but everyone's a critic. Hero, I've heard that you faced down demons, fiends, and other horrors of the abyss. We need that expertise now. Baphomet is here, or at least his aspect from what I heard. Spotted in an area fittingly known as Little Abyss. Red wizards are no strangers to infernal summonings. But to bring in an aspect of the demon lord himself, this close to a populated city? No. Something else is afoot. I'll dig around to try and uncover what's going on. But you need to banish Baphomet before he tears this place apart. I think we've done everything I can think of. Keep an eye out, though. There's bound to be trouble about. I heard his bellows from all the way here. Who is this she he's referring to? Could this have something to do with Zaz Tam's plans? There are plenty of people who could do with a helping hand. I may have some ideas. Our efforts have paid off. The Resistance has contacted me. A handful of their representatives are willing to speak with us. They're wary. We're outsiders to them. The illusion might make us look like we belong in Thay. But locals know their own. They probably think we're from another Tharch. Best to let them believe that, until we fully earn their trust. The hero of Neverwinter is an enemy after all. They've given us a basic description of what they look like, and a code phrase for us to use. Good luck.
I've nothing for you at the moment. As soon as I hear something, I'll let you know. Yellow Cholton apples? The roads are too blocked for that. Can you hear me? Good. The magic is working. I've established a telepathic connection with you. So, you were the one that's been going around causing all that commotion? I was against trying to contact you. But some of my people witnessed you banish an aspect of Baphomet. You've got tenacity, I'll give you that. You can call me Koss. I can see you want something from us. Otherwise you wouldn't have worked this hard to get our attention. I can't provide much at the moment. We've our hands full with Zaz Tam's regime.
I hate to advocate alcohol, violence, or insanity to anyone, but they've always worked for me. Beyond bribery, cheating, match-fixing, and enhancement allegations, nothing at all. Telepathic link, all set. Thompson at your disservice. Not officially with the Resistance, more of a ride-along. I'm an investigative reporter working on a new book. Made quite a ruckus out there, didn't you? Liked what you did with the flowers and the paint. It's good work. Maybe we can help each other.
I've some Talus cards for sale if you fancy divining without magic. Or I can read them for you, for a price. They all sing if you listen closely, although I could try to find a mute crystal if you like. You're playing with fire, stranger. Pulling stunts to eke out the Resistance? You must be desperate. Koraya Valora, disgraced red wizard, at your service. I'm eager to see what else you can do. Before you go, it seems you've caught the attention of Thay's newest contract killers. Keep up your antics and they'll sniff you out. They're tough, so you'll want to avoid them if you can. Or, if you can handle it, bite back. Might be something in it for you.
was surprisingly pleasant. I expected a colder welcome. Seems they're occupied with the current situation here today. We should help ease their burdens, lighten the load. It'll help solidify our position. Together, we might learn more about Saz Tam's plans.
In a society where death is not the end, it makes you think about a peaceful afterlife. People take it for granted.